Hello YouTube, it's Andrew here from dgwatchshopnz. Another mystery watch lot. This one's been sitting on the back burner for a little while, so again I can't remember exactly what's in here. I think there was a few like Seiko and Citizen anti-digis from memory, but let's take a look and see, eh? This lot I paid 108 New Zealand dollars for, including shipping. Not a hugely expensive lot. A few things in here. I'm talking about anti-digis. There was a guy that was asking in the comments about some of the Casios from a couple of videos back. One of them didn't work, the other one I'm still waiting on the batteries to arrive. They're on back order at my supplier at the moment. So let's see what we've got in here. Pretty well wrapped up, which is always good to see. Try and get into this thing. Let's take here. Okay, what have we got? Starting off, just a little lady's guess. It's just a $20. I'm thinking about trying to do some of the local markets to sell these $20 watches. Just haven't found the time to actually do it yet. Another lady's guess. Again, that'll just be a $20 watch. But that one will probably sell quite quickly. It's a good length. It's got sort of a bit of... It's not just a watch. It kind of can double as a bracelet. Alright, what is this? SQ in really rough shape. It does have its original bracelet. It doesn't have the model reference on there, that's interesting. That crystal's pretty scratched up. And it might have some water damage too. That might be a bit far gone, but I will give it a go. It's very weird for a Seiko to not have the model reference on the back. Might be on the inside. Shouldn't be too hard to pop that off. Double check that later. Yeah, cool watch if it wasn't so worn. And if it does work and I can find a crystal, it's probably not too bad. Like as a sort of beta piece, not a huge amount of value, but it's probably still $60 if it works. Oh. This is an Olympic. Case backs come off. Nice Olympic quartz watch, black PVD with rose gold, but more modern. Try a battery in that and see what happens. If that works, it's probably $60 to $80. These have Swiss movements in them. Sort of budget Swiss brand, you could say. What is this? Oh, that's cool. Casio SA430. Very nice shape. Buttons. Buttons seem to... That one might be a bit stuck. I don't know if they're bent or if that's how they're supposed to be. But that's a cool one, very different. I'll have to do some research on that. It's in pretty good shape other than someone scratching the back trying to open it. Schaefer. That's pretty loose in there. It's nothing really, it's supposed to be like a little desk clock. Alright, this is a Schemy. It's in good shape, it's working. Be $20 most likely. I know they're just the AliExpress brand, nothing special. Right. There's this one. Right, there's a Seiko Annie Digi. Case is pretty worn. Got its original bracelet, so that's good. Pushers seem to work. Yeah, do some testing on that. I don't have much luck with Annie Digis, to be honest, so I never expect them to work. But you know, there's yes, very worn but still decent Seiko bracelet there. They always come in handy. Almost be worth polishing all the gold plating off and just leaving it back to its stainless steel finish maybe to use on another watch. Right, what's in the next parcel? Again, very well wrapped up. Find the edge, which looks like that's the edge there. Here's the next edge. Not revealing itself. Try and avoid cutting the actual bubble wrap because I reuse it. This bubble wrap's expensive. Right. What is this? Oh, crown's come out. I don't know what this is. Don't recognise that logo. It's a cool design. It's FL22882. A bit of wear, it's just base metal, it's done to corrode a bit. It's got that military design which is very popular. Right, another Seiko Annie Digi. It's had a bleed, so that's parts bin. Good bracelet on it though, cracked crystal. Alright, we got Citizen Annie Digi, which is not in terrible shape. White gold plated. I think it says G, or is it CP? I don't know what CP means. GP is normally gold plate on Citizen. Buttons all seem to work. Scratches on the crystal up there. We'll play with that, see if we can get any life out of it. And Nixon. This might be $40 or $50 watch, that one. I think that's a ladies, it's quite a narrow, so it might only be a $20 one. Usually get a little bit of money for Nixon though, and they sell fast. Is this mechanical? It's that same logo. Where's a case knife? I think this might be mechanical. There's the notch. Yeah, it is, look at that. It's fully wound. Let's see what a bit of air does to it. It's feeling very stiff. There it goes, it was overbanked. Look at that. Taking away. No, that is not the correct way to fix an overbanked balance wheel, but for a China watch, it's fine. Not particularly valuable, but it's got a cool design. Hand wind mechanical. I'll make sure it still runs okay. Oh, that second hand's jumping, look at that. No, it's got a problem. Be a good practice movement to pull apart and reassemble, being so nice and simple. Alright, what do we got here? Citizen quartz. Crystal's a bit scuffed up, that's plastic. Let's see if actually it might have it, it's got a crack in it, so it's going to need a new crystal anyway. And that's fine. Very slim hands on that. Try a crystal on that, that'll be an older one. If I had to guess, maybe 1985. That CQ emblem is a bit more vintage, might even be 75. And that is everything in that lot. Not a huge lot, but some interesting things. I'll play around with this one a bit more and see if I can get it to work. Hopefully that Olympic works, because that should be a nice easy one. And this Casio I need to do some research on and see if it works. Might have an LCD blade. What's the module? 145. Yeah, I'll see if I can get some life out of this. This is probably one of the better watches of the lot. These two here are the two best ones, I'd say. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff to play around with and see if we can move on. Thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, it really helps me out. And we will see you in the next one.